Controller wise, I have two standard Dreamcast controllers with the stupid little, with the cable coming out the bottom, which I think even Nintendo realised wasn't such a good idea. D-pad, analog stick, 4 buttons, 2 shoulder buttons, and the 2 slots, one either for 2 VMUs and or VMU and rumble pack. And that's my second one. It's a much cleaner, better performing pad. The first one's slightly gunky and needs stripping out. As always, I've also got the rumble pack. Sorry, I think they called it the tremor pack, didn't they, on the Dreamcast? Basically to provide vibration. Now that was something that could only fit into the second slot to play the games. It wouldn't work in the first slot. It only worked in the second one, and that works fine. Another piece of hardware I've got for the Dreamcast was something that I kind of went on a stage where I wanted to have various controllers work on other systems, and so I brought one of these. Again, it's from Nixon. It's actually a converter to let you use PlayStation controllers, you can see there, as well as PS2 keyboards with the Dreamcast, and then you have a switch that you slide between keyboard, game controller equals keyboard equals game controller, steering wheel and game controller. Before I show you the game, I just want to show you this. This is the DCX. Now this is a region code modifier removal disc. Lets you play import games on your Dreamcast, same way as the freeloader does on the GameCube and did on the Wii before Nintendo changed the region code. Now I've not got many games, but so far all the ones I've used have worked. But now onto the software. First one, Sonic Adventure. Sonic hit in 3D after the actual was it the Flicked Adventure, what they called it. First one on the Dreamcast. I'm not overly. I was never impressed with it so much. And actually, I didn't pick up the second one because at the time of getting the first one, the GameCube had come out and had Sonic Adventure 2. I've also got Space Channel 5. This obviously is a good game. You can actually get Space Channel 5 1 and 2 on PlayStation 2. It's hard to find, but it's worth looking up. It's a Bumani game using the a rhythm game using the controller. Now next is Shenmue. There you go. It's actually a 2-pack game. Well, there's 3 discs that make it up, but then there's also a passport disc that allows you to use it on the internet, I believe. To be honest, I've not really spent much time with it. It's actually spent most of the time just left there and rotting. Now another game is Fighting Vipers 2. I tried to get hold of the first one. When I was looking for it, I couldn't find it, but I did find Fighting Vipers 2 and decided to pick it up. Not a brilliant beat 'em up. Basically works on the gimmick that if you hit your opponents enough, their armour falls off, which reveals them typically as ladies wearing just their underwear. It's an okay beat 'em up, but it's just a simple button basher. You can get away with it. It's not in any way like something like Tekken or Street Fighter. Next one up is Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio if you're in America. Very, very good game. I do enjoy this game a lot. The actual skating around is a good laugh. Great game. Graphics are still good. Graphics are still on par with a lot of the old stuff. Obviously on the Xbox you do get Jet Set Radio Future, which was the second game, which is good as well and works on backwards compatibility, as a lot of people would say. Next game, Virtua Fighter 3. Good game, good beat 'em up. I'm not the best Virtua Fighter fan, but I do like this. I felt this was the step that Virtua Fighter needed to take it away from what was a not so good 3D game trying to beat me up. That's all my PAL Dreamcast games. Now for my Japanese Dreamcast games, I've got Vampire Chronicles. Can't actually remember what was on here. I think it was the different versions of the game. I am a big fan of Darkstalkers. Capcom beat 'em ups, love them. Mainly Street Fighters. Who doesn't love those? And speaking of that, I've also got the American version of Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. Both these work on my my region removal disc, the DCX. Work fine, have no problems with them. Again, Street Fighter, love it. Yeah, this is the 2 versions of Street Fighter, the new generation and Second Impact. So that's two games in one disc. I know a lot of people didn't like Street Fighter 3 and thought it was too technical, too hard. Yes, there was new things implemented that you had to learn, but I don't think it's any harder than Street Fighter 2 if you go from the basics. If you want to if you want to practice the harder stuff, then obviously you have to find the new features they've got enabled. Right, and the final one on this this video I want to talk about is this one. This is the Wonderswan colour. It's made by Bandai. It's a interesting little console. Obviously, it's released only in Japan. It's actually able to be played 2 ways. You've got effectively two D-pads there, as well as 2 buttons there. So you can either play the game landscape with 1 D-pad and 2 buttons, or you can play it portrait with effectively two D-pads or 1 D-pad and 4 buttons. They did a black and white version originally, and then released a colour version, and they released another version called the Crystal, which had a better graphics to it. Now this actually runs on a single AA battery, which kind of shows sort of how small it is when you think of that. And it's got a massive cartridge slot, and in fact the cartridges themselves actually have open connectors, which is a bit worrying, but they do supply cartridge holders for the games to use them. This one here, like this, where you slide the game in, and that keeps obviously the connectors clean and free of dirt, because it's quite a tight little connection. The on-off switch locks the battery in place, but also there's a little clip here to push out, and once you push that out, you then put your AA battery into there. Slot it in the right way will be useful. Right, slot it in the right way, and then turn your console on, or turn the main battery on, then press the power button to turn the console on. You haven't got a contrast, you actually got to think, I'm going to see if I can put the light on to see if we can shine a better. There you go, it's a bit too bright on there, so I'll turn that off, see if that keeps it now. I have to keep that on. But this is Guilty Gear, which is Arc beat 'em up. I don't know if you've recently seen the BlazBlue, which they released. You can't really see on this video how the colour, but it is in what's equivalent to Game Boy Color, slightly better level of graphics. I will turn the light back off. We've actually only got 2 games for this unit. We've got, as there, Guilty Gear, which is a Guilty Gear Petite actually, which is a super deformed version of Guilty Gear to kind of handle with the Wonderswan's graphics capabilities. And we've also got the Inuyasha game that came out on there. I believe it's, if I remember correctly, it's actually like an RPG rather than anything else. It's not actually mine, it's actually the missus' game, so actually her Swan, the one Swan is hers. I got it for her. A friend of ours went to Japan when the Swan was out and its popularity, and Inuyasha was out, and we asked her to pick that up, which she did. Okay, so that's that portion of the video. Next one I'll probably be doing will be the Xbox.